Hello everyone. So welcome to one more video on the topic of cash reconciliation, and it's an interesting question, and this is kind of quite challenging question also. So if you slowly and calmly analyze this data, and then one by one you try to solve this particular question by yourself, that means you have become a little bit strong in this concept of cash reconciliation. So I invite you to take this challenge, pause this video, look at the question, and then you can try to solve it yourself, and then later you can compare your answers with my answers. But if you're coming directly to this video, just for you to know that this is a part of a playlist. We have been recording series of videos under the playlist called Cash Reconciliation in my channel. So if you see all the previous videos, then you will be able to get some enough background to address the question that is posed in this particular video. So for example, we have been like, this is the main topic, cash reconciliation, and then this is the main diagram. So using this diagram I explained the concept of what is cash reconciliation and how to do cash reconciliation. So the steps are here on the bank side, and the steps are here on the accounts book side. And then by this doing this cash reconciliation we understand. So main concept is this to understand, and the objective is make sure that the cash balance in the bank statement and the cash balance as per your books are matching with each other, so that the correct cash balance is there. So certain adjustments are needed on both sides, so that we need to do. So we have seen a lot of videos. So this is, for example, sample adjustment entries, how to do. So 1 2 3 4, and then we have seen how a sample reconciliation bank statement looks like. What are the sample entries that will be there in that. So all these things we have discussed several problems in our previous videos, and now we come to this particular problem, that is E711. So this particular problem, again if I want to mention, is being taken from a book called Financial Accounting. And if you pick up any book, if there is a chapter under topic of cash reconciliation or bank reconciliation, you will be getting some questions on that. Okay, but anyway, forget about all that. Enough of introduction. So you can pause this video now, try to solve this problem by yourself, and you can compare your answers with my answers. So but for those of you who want to continue, so you can continue now. So let's try to solve this particular problem. So what do we have here? So we have certain bank statement from Hometown Bank. So the company name is Werth Inc. and bank name is Hometown Bank. And the date is important. August 31, 2014 gives the following information. So this is the bank statement as of August 31st, 2014. Okay, so balance on opening, and then all these things are there. Finally, balance on closing. Okay. So let us just verify this. Okay, so how do we verify? So we just take this calculator. So 18,400 is the balance on August 1st. Now, during the month of August, this particular company, Werth Inc., deposited some money into the bank because of its business functions and all. So 71,000 will be so this will be added, right? So plus 71,000. Okay. So then checks cleared in August. So meanwhile, this Werth Inc. also issued checks to their customers and their clients and their suppliers, etc. Finally, those checks came to bank, and the bank cleared these checks on behalf of Werth Inc. That means this money is taken out of the bank. So 68,678. So minus 68,678. So I have to subtract that number. So is equal to, I got this balance. Meanwhile, there is a credit memo. So interest earned. So bank is saying that some interest has been earned from the bank, that is $45. So let's add 45. It is quite less, but still we will add it. Meanwhile, bank also collected some fee. Okay, safety deposit fee is 25, and service charges is 50. So this will be subtracting, right? So minus 25 is the safety deposit charge, minus 50 is the service charge. So what is the total balance? 20,692. Here exactly 20,692 balance it is being showed as per this. So at least we come to know that this is a bank statement, and the bank statement does not have any errors, and we understand what are there in the bank statement. Meanwhile, the summary of cash account is given. Okay, so all these details are given. Balance on August 1st, and receipts and disbursements, and receipts means what the company received, and disbursement means what the company paid to its customers and third parties and suppliers, etc. And the balance is given. Analysis reveals that only reconciling items. So some information is given. So first what is asked is determine the deposits in transit. Okay, so what is deposits in transit? So this is the amount, this is the deposits that are cleared from the company side, that is this Werth thing, but still not yet received by the hometown bank. So let us try to do that. So meanwhile, let's try to see, we understood this part. So let's try to understand this part. Okay, a summary of cash account in the ledger shows this thing, disbursement, all these things we discussed. Analysis reveals that only reconciliating items on July 31st bank reconciliation were the deposit in transit. So here notice that July 31st. So here August 31st. That means this is 1 month old. The deposits in transits were 4800. So we can assume whether these deposits which were in transit on 31st July, in the month of August they might have reached the bank, and they might have been incorporated into the August deposits. Okay. Meanwhile, outstanding checks of 4500. So these outstanding checks in the month of July might have reached the bank in the month of August, and they might have been included in this cleared checks. Okay. In addition, you determine that there was an error involving a company check drawn in the August. A check for $400 to the creditor on account that cleared the bank in August. So that particular check was cleared in the August. So in this amount was journalized and posted for only $40. So this is a mistake on the company side. So the correction has to be done on the company side, not on the bank side. Okay, so that is the another point. Okay, so we get some idea about this information. So again, if you want to, based on this understanding, if you want to try to solve this on your own, you can try again. You can pause the video again and then you can try. Otherwise, continue with me. I will explain further. So what is this? First one is determine the deposits in transit. How do you find the deposits in transit? So let us try to write that. Okay. So first thing what we do is we will say total. So I am writing here bank deposits in August, in the entire month of August. So that is given here. August deposit 71,000. Okay, so 71,000. Next, what you see is deposits in transit. On 31st July. Okay, so as of 31st July, what was the deposits in transit? Okay, so here you can see deposits in transit as of 31st July is 4,800. Okay, so next we have receipts. Okay. So what is the receipts? The receipts by company in month of August. So here you can see the receipts of 74,000. Okay, that shows in the month of August. So now we have to see whatever company is received, that will be again going to the bank for deposits. So already in the month 71,000 was deposited, but actually 74,000 is been collected by the company, received by the company. Meanwhile, assume that this 4,800 also reached the company. Okay, so that means I can add So the transit checks might have, or transit deposits might have reached, so I will add them. But then these receipts, if I subtract, then I will know what is the amount in transit. Okay. So, or in other words, what I should say, if I say add, sorry, so this is the receipts page. So basically, let me make a drawing. So this is the company Werth Inc. and this is the bank, Hometown Bank. So there is one deposit in transit. So this is on 30 as of 31st July. Okay. So the amount is 4,800. So another one is this amount, that is received by the company. So in August month, in the entire month of August. So this amount is 74,000. That means whatever company receives, they will put it in their bank account, right? So this is supposed to be. So how much money is supposed to be uh, supposed to reach the bank in the month of August is this plus this. Okay, so total, that is these two. Okay, so if I add these two, okay, so for the time being, forget this 71,000. I'll just write it on the side. For the time being, if I add these two, so add and add, so 78,800. So this is the amount which is supposed to reach the Hometown Bank. But how much amount actually deposited in the bank? That is 71. So so actually deposited in the bank is 7100. So if I want to know then how much is in transit, okay, so deposit in transit. As of 31st August. So that will be this minus this. Okay, so I'll go for less here. That means 78 minus 71, this one. So I will be getting 7,800. Okay, so this is the answer to the first question. Okay, so this determining the deposits in transit, the answer is 7,800 is the deposits in transit as of 31st August. Okay, so this is a little bit conceptual thing, you need to understand this. Okay. So again, you can pause the video, look at the solution, look at the diagram, try to understand this, how it is come. Okay, so we finished the first one. Now second one, determine the outstanding check, and a hint is given. You need to correct the disbursement for the check error. Okay, so let us do the first the correction. Okay, so what is the correction here? There was an error involving a company check drawn in August, a check for 400 to the creditor on account that cleared the bank in August was journalized and posted for 40. That means what is the error? Error is 340. So what is the disbursements here? Disbursement is 73570, right? So here you can see disbursement. Okay, so let me write it here. Disbursement or payments made by company in August 2014, in the entire month. Okay, so what is the disbursements made? 73,570. But then this disbursement is having an error because they paid 400 by check, but they posted only 40. That means 360. They actually disbursed more, but they only posted as disbursement as 40. So here I will say add error in disbursement. Okay, basically additional disbursement. So that errors in disbursement is $360. So total disbursement or adjusted disbursement is addition of these two. Okay, so let me add these two. So 73570 plus 360. 73570 plus 360. Okay, So $73,930. So now we have the total disbursement by company in August of 2014. Okay. So now let us come here and find out determining the outstanding checks. Okay. So what is this outstanding checks? Okay. So again, let us let us make the diagram. Okay. So the diagram is like this. So this is Werth Inc. and this is the company. Sorry, bank. Okay, hometown. So one thing that is mentioned here is reconciling items as of July 31, where deposit in transit and outstanding checks of 4,500. Okay, so there is a outstanding check as of 31st July, $4,500. So these checks are expected to reach the bank, okay, in the month of August. Okay, so some of them might have reached, some of them might not have reached, but this is what is expected. Meanwhile, how much I am disbursing in the month of August? This amount. Okay, so new disbursals. Okay, so disburse or payments made by the company. Okay, so disbursals in August. Okay, so that is $73,930. Okay, so how much total bank is expected to receive? So bank expected to receive expected checks is total of these two. Okay, 73930 plus 4,500. So 78,430 is what the bank is expected to receive. But how much actually the bank received? How many checks that the bank cleared? Okay, so checks cleared by bank. So how many checks are cleared by bank? So the checks cleared by bank, it is mentioned here in the month of 68,678. Okay, so 68,678. Okay, so now this balance which is there, bank expected checks is this much, checks cleared is only this much. So here the outstanding checks for August 2014. Okay, not for on 31st August 2014 is this balance. Okay, so let's do that. So minus 68,678. So $9,752. Okay, so this much amount of checks is outstanding that is expected to be received. Okay, so we have completed the A part and the B part. Okay, so now let's come to the third one. Prepare a bank reconciliation at August 31. Okay, so once these two steps are done, so let's do the bank reconciliation. So how do we do that? So first the company name, Werth Inc. and bank reconciliation statement, and the date is 31st August 2014. So now let us what is this standard whatever see, this is a sample bank reconciliation statement. It will have first cash balance as per bank. Okay, so let me do that. Cash per bank. So as per bank, what is the cash on 31st August? Okay, so let us see. So here you can see balance as for 31st August is 20,692. Okay, so that's one I will enter here. So 20,692. So here next I have to do add deposits in transit. and then I have to subtract outstanding checks. See, again, these two steps are there in the template. So if you look at our standard, once again, this sample bank statement, first will be deposits in transit we have to add, and then outstanding checks we have to remove. Then we'll get the adjusted cash as per the bank. Okay. So also see here also, see, I have the bank statement. I'll get the opening balance of cash, adding the deposits in transit less outstanding checks, and then errors. In this case, error is not made at the bank, error is made at the books, which we already considered. So anyway, so now let's do this: deposits in transit and outstanding checks. Okay, so what are the deposits in transit? So here we have made, I'm sorry, here we have calculated deposits in transit is 78,000, 7800. Okay, so 7800. And outstanding checks. Okay, so what is the outstanding checks? So here we calculated 9752. Okay, so this is the outstanding checks. Okay, so 9752. So this is less, so I'm putting a minus sign here, and then we'll calculate the cash. So adjusted cash as per bank. What is adjusted cash as per bank? Okay, so let's do this. So 2692 plus 7800 minus 9752, 18,740. Okay, so let me make that number here, $18,740. Okay, so now let's come to the second part in the template. So again, if we go to the standard this thing, sample bank reconciliation, first it will have cash balance as per books. Okay, so let's do that. Cash as per books. Okay, so what is the cash as per the account book? So here you can see a summary of the cash account in the ledger, all these things. So August 31 is 19,130. Okay, so 19,130 is the balance. Okay, so let me write it here. 19,130 is the balance as per books. Next, if you look at the template, I'm sorry, keep going to the template. Next, the template has collection of notes receivable. Okay, so there is no notes receivable mentioned in the bank statement. See, if there is any collection of notes receivable, the bank statement will be mentioning that. But bank statement has only two memos. One is for interest earned, and okay, three memos. One credit memo and two debit memos. So let's consider that. Okay, so that's what here also, you know, that adjustment we need to make. So let's do that. So what we have to write is interest earned. Okay, add interest earned. So that is 45. Okay, so that is plus. Then less. Okay, so what is less? So there are two debit memos. One is safety deposit fee $25 and service charge $50. Okay, so safety deposit fee, basically these are bank charges. So minus 25, and then less service charge, that is minus 50. Next, one more entry is there, that is your error. Okay, so what is your error? In the error, see, what was the error? A check was issued for $400, but it was posted for only $40. That means I have issued a higher value check, but I have posted only lesser. That means I have, my expenses are under reported. That means to correct for that, I have to reduce my cash. Okay, so because if I had written 400 here, my cash would have been reduced. Okay, so error. Okay, so correction for check. That means here, that means I have to pay more according to this. Okay, so minus 360 will be the correction that I need to make here. So minus 360. Okay. So now I have the total this thing. So here I will be getting adjusted cash as per books. So what is adjusted cash as per books? So let us try to do this calculation. Okay. So I'm getting 19,130, okay, plus 45 minus 25 minus 50 minus 360. Okay. So I'm getting $18,740. So this is exactly matching with the cash as per bank. So now the bank cash and books cash, both of them are reconciled. So therefore we have the reconciliation statement completed. We have the reconciliation statement completed. So let me just draw a box around it. So this is the complete reconciliation statement. So I hope this was interesting and your answers are matched with this. So next, let's look at the question. Okay, so we finished A part, B part, C part. Prepare a bank's reconciliation as per August 31. So this also we finished. Last one, generalizing the adjusting entries to be made by Wrench Inc. at August 31. So just the adjusting entries are very simple. So here we have this 1, 2, 3 entries only. One is interest earned, on the safety deposit free, service charge, and 4. Okay, 4 entries we need to make. So let's quickly make it for the sake of completeness. So Werth Inc. So here I will say adjusting entries for reconciliation, bank reconciliation. Okay, so the date is 31st August 2014. So you know the format: date, account, debit and credit. So the date is 31st August. So what is the first adjustment in the cash? That is interest earned, 45. Okay, so cash will be debited by 45 and interest revenue will be credited by 45. So this is the entry for the first transaction. Okay. So let's look at the second: safety deposit fee and service charges. Okay, so I'll make a simple single entry for this. So safety deposit expense and bank service charges or expenses, whatever you can call it. Now this is 25 debit and this is 50 debit. Now cash is credited by sum of these two, 75. Okay, so 25 plus 50, 75. Okay, so that one. And finally one more correction, right? So this check was given to for accounts payable. Okay, so your accounts payable, will debit by 360 and your cash will credit by 360. So this is also 31st August. So the effect of these three entries will make the cash balance correct. Okay. So if you want, again you can check with the T account. So opening balance was 19130. Then we have here you can see a debit of 45 in cash. Okay, so this one, so 45 debit. Then we have a credit of 75, so 75 credit, and we have a credit of 360, so 360 credit. If you look at the balance of this, so again it will be exactly the same calculation we did some time back: 19130 plus 45 minus 75 minus 360. So I'll getting 18740 as the closing balance in the cash account. Okay. So which is again same here. Okay. So I hope you found this. This has been a very long video, half an hour video, but then it was worth the effort to make this video because this is an interesting question. It has little subtle details which you need to find to be able to solve this question. And if you are able to solve this question without seeing my video, very good, congratulations, you got good grasp on this subject. Otherwise also fine, you have seen this video, so very good, you practice this kind of thing, and you will understand the this subject. Okay, so finally I'll for the time being I will stop the videos on this playlist called cash reconciliation, and this is the main diagram how to do cash reconciliation. You have the bank statement on the left side with the adjustments and corrections. You have the books on the right side with the adjustments and corrections. Finally you reconcile both the cash, bank cash, and your company's cash. And adjustment entry sample I have shown here 4 different types, and then sample how the reconciliation statement looks like. This is a sample. These are all taken from the textbook, and then based on that we have solved some problems, including this problem what we solved in the end. So I hope you liked this video. So please press the like button and subscribe to my channel. See the other videos in the playlist and refer this to your friends. Thanks for watching. See you in another new playlist on some other topic for the time being.